This morning's public service announcement, because this is like my third time doing this thing. Okay, so listen, I'm just provoking thought today. And it starts with this. I've noticed down my timeline a whole lot of people stating that black people in America don't know who they are, or instead of trying to figure out who they are, they need to be banding together. Now, listen, why can't we do it all? Why can't we do it all? I just don't understand why we can't do it all. We should be able to do it all. The other thing is this indigenous situation. I want you to check out a guy named Walter Pleckard. Yeah, check him out. Cause he's the reason why the indigenous folks was reclassified as something else. That's one. Number two, the term nigga. You know what I mean. Cause I want TikTok to get me. But I'm black, so TikTok, leave me alone. Anyway, there are multiple variations of that word. It's a Hebrew word, actually. There's negus, negas, it means royal. Then you have negef, negaf, meaning cursed or worthless. Who? You hear what I'm saying? And then there's neger, negar, which means Christian. Yeah, that's what it means. That's what that means. Yeah, ain't that something? And number two. Moving on now. Here's another point or food for thought. Did you know that the transatlantic slave trade, it started here in the Americas, in America? Yeah, they started taking folks from here all over the earth, and then you know what else they did? Yeah, in Mexico they have some people called the Chicanos. Did you know they brought the Filipino people over there? And that's how that term or that name came from, those Filipino people that they brought and took to Mexico. So pretty much what they've been doing is transplanting people all over the world, from taking them from one place to another place, from one place to another place. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they was doing that. This is the interesting thing. I was married to a Kenyan for 20 years. He never heard of it. Yeah, that. And the other thing is this, right? Go ask your mom if you was born in the 70s, probably late 60s, right? If they taught them they came from Africa in school. I bet that they tell you no. Yeah, they didn't teach them that. Why? Because they were too close to know that they didn't. Ha! Yeah, every 20 years they change something. Don't you see that? Yeah, they call that social engineering. That's some very interesting stuff right there. Yep. And if you paid attention really, really good, right? During the 30s, when they had the new Negro finesse, a new Negro. You understand, new Negro, not the old one, not the original Negro, but a new one. Why? Why were they new? What was different about them? Huh? What were they doing? Yeah, they was reteaching them some stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Remember, we learned what that word mean earlier, didn't we? Yeah. A new one. Did you know the term Negro is mostly synonymous with indigenous people? Yeah, go look that up. Truthfully, yeah, it's a whole lot of stuff that we don't know because they make sure we don't know it. You know, I was in a, I was teaching, and I had a kid that I was teaching with because they put her in a wrong room when she was young because I had her then, and I told her mom to get her tested again, right? And they put her in regular education. Ain't that something? But during COVID, she didn't get the services that she was supposed to get because she was in another state. So I sat in on their case. Do you know what the findings that the judge said there? The judge stated, I always knew this, but I didn't have the proof. But when I seen it, I said, damn, that's heavy shit. The judge said that the school district was only responsible for giving that child the ceiling, the floor, not the ceiling. That means that they're only responsible for nothing. If your child learn, they learn. If they exceed to the ceiling, then hey. But they're not responsible for making sure they get to the ceiling. They didn't even say the midpoint. No, the floor. That's nothing. That's zero. Do you understand me? And you send your kids into the school system every year. Oh man. Now you understand why we are miseducated, purposefully. But but I will also provoke thought again. Have you ever looked into how the school system was started? And what the thought of the people that sat on the first school board, what did they think? Whether their ideas like, no, no. This is why my teachers didn't like my ass when I was studying psychology, because I would be coming in there saying stuff like, um, I believe it was one of them. I forgot who it was. He used to talk to his dead father in the chair. Uh huh. Yeah, I'm supposed to believe in his theories. Oh, come on now, goddamn. Anyway, moving on. So what they said was this. They said that setting up the school system, they wanted to accomplish a few things. One of the things was to make sure that the children didn't trust the words of their parents, meaning they were going to, when as soon as they go in that school system, everything their parents taught them, they wouldn't trust. Now, ain't that some shit? But you forgot, you learned your history there too, right? And you forgot the indigenous people, they taught they people who they were. Ain't that something? To not trust what your parents told them. And that's true. You know what happened? When my mom told me she wasn't African, but she was indigenous, and my grandmother stated the same thing. Oh, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all don't understand the system, do you? Ah! You know what else they said they did? They wanted to make sure? Huh? They said they wanted to create anxiety or make you feel less than yourself when taking their tests. Do you know that's the most difficult time in a person's life is when they're going to take a test in the educational system because you don't feel secure in what you know? Seemed like they accomplished that job too, didn't they? Uh-huh. Did you know what the other thing was that they said that they wanted to make sure that we didn't have? They didn't want to create great thinkers. If you paid attention to the school that the wealthy children go to versus the school that we go to, there is something completely different. I remember meeting this guy telling me in the 70s that he mastered, right, the SAT scores, and he took it like 3 times. And then they took him into this school, and he talked to me about how they didn't teach them education, they taught them how to rule. But he also said they did divination in that school. Uh-huh. Now see, that's the other part they won't tell you. Mm-hmm. There's a whole Freemasonic rituals and stuff that they used to do within their schools. These are black people. They were black kids they were taking from the inner cities, and they were taking them there and teaching them stuff. I never forgot that. But I always knew something was up with this. But that's a story for another day. To know that your school system said that they're only responsible for giving your children the floor, why in the hell would you want your kid in that school system anyway? But I think the wrong thing in this, the real thing in this situation is, see, as my kids went to school, I talked to them about what they learned, and then we had dialogues about what they learned in school. Because I knew like there was some shit I needed to unprogram out their ass. Yeah, Every day we talked. And that's the important things that parents should do. It's important for us to understand what they're teaching our children in school. It's also important for us to have those dialogues with them. Because those intimate moments and you teaching them about what you need to make sure that they understood about the things that they learned in that place was important. Yeah, it is. So the message of the day is, if you don't really know something, yeah, don't say it. Don't do that. No, just do that. Because what happens is you come to find out something and you realize you got to go back and apologize for something that you didn't know. So it's best not to say anything at all. Make sure you know first before you report. That's love right there, baby. Yeah, it is. Anyway, I hope you heard what I said. Did you get it? I don't know if you got it. Maybe you did. But you know what you need to know?